Hi, Aquarius. Aquas. What are you guys doing? My amazingly intelligent aliens of the horoscope. So I meditated a little bit pre your reading to get some messages. And I got some unexpected ones. So I got cutting back. Like literally, I had just all these lawnmowers in my neighborhood startup. And I got that you guys are like cutting back, cutting down, maybe getting rid of things in your home or going towards working on some kind of projects, clearing like physical things away, and doing physical things in the home, maybe projects that you had been thinking about and you just hadn't got done. I also got I got so much of cutting or restriction or just like revamping your situation with you. I also got a lot about limiting, like not limits placed on you, but limiting yourself in certain areas. Limiting yourself in positive ways though. So I don't know if you guys are like restructuring your diet for health or cutting, realizing that if you cut certain things out, it like loosens up their area, makes you feel healthier, like makes you have enough air to kind of operate better in. Aquariuses need, although they're very particular and like to keep things the same, the way to their likings in their home environment, they also need space. Like Aquariuses need space, kind of a flow in their home. That's probably why I decided to put on this tunic for your reading. And my clothes just felt restrictive. I just felt like I needed more space to flow with. So Aquariuses, I feel like you are been illuminated or actually felt the physical effect of things that are just maybe even toxic in your body. You're kind of thinking about your routines, thinking about what you can do to make these things more comfortable, to make your home more comfortable for you, to make your body more comfortable. And that is coming with restrictions and cutting certain things out. So that's amazing. I mean, it does feel like a lighter energy. You guys feel like you're lightening up. So I don't know if there was some time in the past where things got heavy or you just were ill, or you had to find some correlation between, what you were bringing in and what you were allowing in your home and in your body, as it related to your mental and physical health. So the words I got for your reading was syncing mind and body, which is very Aquarius to me. Aquarius rules, of course, Saturn and Uranus. But Uranus to me, traditionally it's quick action, the turning of things, Uranus will quickly switch things for us. If it's for the best, it will push it up. If it's not right for us, it'll push it out. So your planets are about restriction and kind of getting rid of things. But Uranus to me, and traditionally also rules our nervous system. So when we don't have things aligned, when your nervous system is upset, you literally get unhealthy, your immune system goes down. Uranus is also like how people channel, like to have those nerves that it just kind of will reach out to the rest of the ethers. So when I'm trying to get a message, I actually imagine like I actually breathe in the universe, if that makes any sense to you. Probably does. Your Aquarius, you probably were born like that. All right, and I did get, I pulled 3 cards just to get your overall energy because I wanted to know a little bit more about where all this cutting and limiting and going forward and working on material things like really was coming from. I got emotional desert. So perhaps you guys, that's inactivity, isolation. Perhaps you guys were in a time of, just being exhausted, not feeling good, not having good health, not being able to move forward and just kind of contemplating the things that you were working on. Then I got balance and creation that came out together. So I think that's really what you're going towards right now. Like, you can't create things unless you do have that mind, body, home, work balance. And I do know that you're very structured. You do like things in a certain way, super intelligent. So I'm sure you've been able to think about these things and figure out what you need to do and actually implement that plan now. I'm hearing. So this was soul expression, something new. So you guys are wanting to create something new after you do this balance. The balance is centered energy, self-care. So that's kind of all about the message that I did get for you. And then I got ancestors, historical connections and purposes. So I do wonder if you guys are dealing with some kind of hereditary health aspect, or dealing with something actually in your maternal or paternal or family of origin environment. So just if, whatever you're dealing with now, look for the connections and look for the repeating of things that happen in actually your childhood or your family kind of connections with health or home or a situation or just things that are stressing you out. And if you can see that correlation, the number's 28, it reduces to a 10, then you'll be able to end that cycle easier. So the Buddhists say that, and as well as astrologers, and family tree on the bottom here. And the 14 reduces to a 5, which does indicate change. So the Buddhists say that we inherit our family's karma, and I never understood that until it was explained in a different way. And it occurred to me that we do tend to repeat the cycles of what happened to us, like abandoned people abandon, and of course the genetic implications of our inherited diseases. And unless we do that change, unless we can identify those cycles and actually change them, we will inherit and repeat that cycle. So I really feel like you guys are like stopping family cycles in some way, taking responsibility for that inherited karma. I didn't know I was going to tell the Buddhist story, but I did get you guys out the Zen. I really feel like you guys are just really, with the outfit and everything flowing together, really Zen about things. I did get a little message about love, like you guys, if you're not in a committed relationship, even if you are, perhaps making a choice to upgrade that at this time, make some kind of commitment, maybe to bring somebody more into your space or into your home. Maybe that's why all the changes are going on. And if you're not in a commitment right now, really deciding what love means to you, like what kind of love you're after, if it's even a possibility, if you even have time for that sort of thing. So I did get that message too. All right, Aquas. I have the Zen Osho tarot for you, and I just want to get a little bit more about your energy on the split. I got celebration and abundance. So perhaps you guys have been celebrating a little bit too much lately, or having too much in your home, or having too much in your body, and that's what's leading to this kind of this epiphany about needing to limit things. You feel like you guys have been getting together with friends lately, but but perhaps all of that activity and all of that not being centered on you is kind of catching up with you. So could I get 2 cards for the past, please? Oh, that one didn't quite flip out. 2 cards for the past, please, for Aquas to help them better understand. Okay. 2 cards for the current. 2 cards for the current of the Aquarius energy, please. 1 more card for the current energy of Aquarius, whatever is best for them to know right now. Nice. All right, and 2 cards for the future for Aquarius, please. Oh, 2 flipped and stayed in the deck, so that's nice. Maybe you don't want me talking your business. Oh, they were good cards. Okay, and I'm just actually being told to take 1 more card out, so I guess you guys need, and it came upside down. I don't even know what it is. So let's talk about your story, Aquas. So in the past situation, we got schizophrenia and the miser, which actually would relate to kind of the 2 of swords, not being able to make a decision in something, and the miser holding back, feeling like you don't have enough around, kind of collecting and you know, hoarding things in. And maybe that's what it has to do with, like letting things out of your home. Maybe you guys do feel like kind of trapped. I'm just noting the stone wall there. Maybe you guys feel like you're trapped behind a stone wall because you do have all this stuff and your energy is not able to flow. But I feel like you're really confused. I'm noting the 2 birds up in the sky too, really confused. So the birds are too far to be led. I feel like you guys were trapped in your mental energy. Aquarius is a fixed sign, and I'm just noting how fixed and sharp these edges are, and you're kind of balancing in between them. You know, looking down at the situation, but the situation also being foggy. So really feel like you had a lot of ramblings going on in your head as to really what was going on. What are the possibilities? What ifs, what ifs, what if? I'm being told what ifs. So perhaps you guys were asking what if, kind of holding all that in. You could have been holding your concerns in as well, which would indicate the miser. It's holding a bunch of gold. Perhaps you weren't, perhaps you were cutting down on your spending, just not knowing the outcome of this situation. But also I feel like you were actually holding in on your concerns. My heart chakra tightened. I feel like you were holding in a lot on how worried you were, and not you may have been like, oh, this is happening to people, but really the extent to which this was affecting you was a lot more than you were able to express. And for the current situation, we got tuning in. So I really feel like, just like the cards before in the psychic message I got for you guys are really tuning in to your actual body, you know, syncing the body and mind connection. Like I said, you guys are stepping away from that. If you see in the background, that looks like lots of, that looks like kind of the head turmoil you guys have been going through in the past. And I think you're deciding to, you know, ground yourself, take an easier approach, do that self-grounding and get all of those, things out of your head. We got projections in the reverse. So I do feel like, so projection talks about that when we're afraid of a situation, or, you know, when we feel threatened that by other people's rejection, or other people, or us getting hurt in some way, we put up a wall and we aren't able to be our true selves. So projections in reverse tells me that you're kind of breaking those walls down. You're breaking that fear down. You're allowing your true self to emerge, which is the only way that you really get that internal balance. Otherwise, we're just kind of living our lives in fear right now. And you guys are having a full moon in your 12th house on Pluto. So I do feel like you'll be releasing a lot of the fears. You know, that's probably what this all is about, actually. going into your fears, actually dealing with things that you haven't dealt with in the past, doing the self-limiting, kind of revamping and recycling like your whole life. This is actually beautiful, Aquarius. So for the future energy, we have possibilities. So it's a 2 of Wands, but there's an eagle up in the air. And the eagle's looking back at where it's been. You guys are really going forward with in the future with, oh, I'm glad I got through that desert. But you're also being guided. So I don't know if you guys have you had something about ancestors too. I don't know if you guys have some kind of ancestor that you relate to, that kind of watches over you. It looks like the eagle's watching down on earth too. My mom always appears as an eagle. I think one of her sisters is an Aquarius too, so that's perfect. But I really feel like you guys feel a connection with some kind of ancestor from your past, some kind of ancestor, probably a parental figure or a grandparent figure, is with you on this journey. So if you've been thinking of them a lot, if you've been getting a lot of things about them lately, this is just your confirmation that you are being protected and guided through this, to reduce these things, to cut out what's not for you, and to go forward with your possibilities. Then we have understanding. So I do feel through your self-reflection, through your self-work, through understanding, that many of the things that we allow in our life, we allow in there ourselves. And really going forward with that, you're actually freeing yourself to fly above the, I feel like you guys felt you've been caged, you've been held back lately, but not in the positive way that you're going now. You guys now are not feeling kind of cut back from your environment. You guys are actually choosing the cutback. So that's very empowering. That's what's going to free you. And yes, I'm sure there's going to be things that you can't get. And I'm sure there's going to be things that, you can't work on right now. But it's like you guys are maneuvering. And if one thing is a no right now, like you're going on to the next thing and kind of just streamlining your life. So that is actually beautiful. It's a pretty full story to have, Aquarius. I just thought you guys floated around. Okay, so here's some fun facts about Aquarius. So Aquarius usually will have a dad that doesn't really grow up, that kind of like plays games and whatever. And Aquarius is, if you watch an Aquarius, they kind of float while they walk. Aquariuses get channeled messages and just like ideas all the time. And Aquariuses are beautiful and alluring, but you can't really explain what it is with them. It's like some kind of unworldly thing that like makes them pleasant and attractive, not the typical kind of beauty, but something like magnetic, all the same. So yeah, ripeness. You guys know that this is the time to do these things. My cherries are, I have a cherry tree in the back and the cherries are ripe, and I've been putting that off as well. Aquarius is like my 6th house. So maybe that's a sign to me too that I should have picked the cherries earlier. I will have to do that today. All right. A tidy house, clarity and organization. So yeah, you guys are totally doing things with your house right now. I wasn't going to get another one of those. I was actually going to get a moon message. But you guys are just kind of streamlining things. Angel spirits, guides, please. Please get an otherworldly, universal message from the cosmos for our aquas, please. Whatever is in their best good at this time. Angel spirits, guides, please. Something for aquas. I feel like Aquarius is like would know all the star formations at all time for some reason. I feel like Aquariuses would just be in tune with the heavens. Okay, first quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. And that's the symbol of the heart chakra. So there, yeah, so keep your heart open. Don't close it down. That the only thing that brings our heart closed is when all of our energy's up here, because wherever we direct our energy, that's, you know, it takes away from the rest of it. There's actually an exercise. I think I have the video on this channel, because the heart has memory. Like when you donate a heart to, when hearts get donated and transplanted, the people that actually have get the heart will have weird memories of the person that donated, that the heart came from. So the heart actually has more memory cells than the brain. So if you're looking to change a habit, I always recommend, like, when you're breathing in, imagine that you're actually breathing in through this area. It's super easy to do because your lungs are there, and then breathe out in that area. And that will actually activate your memory cells down there. And it makes it easier to break down those synapses that you've created in your brain with habits or things that you want to get rid of. And I have no problem explaining this on the Aquarius reading, because Aquarians are insanely intelligent and probably knew all that already. All right, one more for Aquarius, please. One more. Oh, what did you get here? Full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Yes, we already talked about that full moon in your 12th house, which actually is on Pluto, which is all about fears. So you guys could have had a lot of fears lately, that I've already mentioned, but it's just confirming to you, you know, keep your heart open, let your fears dissolve. A lot about the home and ancestry in this reading for you, a lot about nurturing and redoing those cycles. So this is an amazing reading, Aquarius. Just amazing. All right, Aquarius, it was an honor and a pleasure to read your energy for you today. If you feel that this reading resonated, please like and subscribe, and you can hook up with me on Facebook or Instagram. And if you'd like a personal reading, where I specifically read your energy for you, you can go to nerdistempath.com and book a reading with me. All right, Aquariuses, I love you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.